Dear friends, I'm very much thankful to the Pakistani diaspora and the community that today they have organized such an important event in Japan Press Club. And I think it's important that when it comes to the international community, they should know the reality of what is happening in Jammu and Kashmir. Friends, as you are aware that Kashmir is the oldest unresolved issue on the agenda of the United Nations. Since 1948, the people of Jammu and Kashmir have been demanding their basic right, the right to self-determination promised by India, Pakistan and the world community. People of Kashmir have seen a lot of pain and suffering in the last more than 70 years. We have seen wars, we have seen skirmishes, people are getting killed day in and day out. Today, when we are talking about Kashmir, two important parties to the dispute, India as well as Pakistan, have gone nuclear. Who else would know better the horrors of war than the people of Japan? Who can forget Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the tragedy? That is the reason why the people of Jammu and Kashmir don't want war between India and Pakistan. As two nuclear countries are looking at eyeball to eyeball, every week and every day, dozens of people get killed on the borders, at the LOC, and innocent Kashmiris on both sides of the ceasefire line become the targets. We urge the international community to come forward. We urge the people of Japan and the government to come forward and try to pressurize the government of India to stop human rights violations in Jammu and Kashmir and address the problem. Friends, while Kashmir may be a political problem, but nobody can deny the human dimension of this dispute. Kashmir stands divided. Families are divided. People are divided between two paths, one being administered by Pakistan and the other by India. India has unleashed terror in Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir continues to be the world's most highest militarized zone. We have more than 700,000 Indian troops in Jammu and Kashmir for the last more than 70 years. The people of Jammu and Kashmir want an end to demilitarization. We want an end to occupation. We want the Kashmir dispute to be addressed in accordance with the wishes and aspirations of the people of Jammu and Kashmir. Friends, as I speak to you, the year 2016 has seen a mass uprising. Last year, from July 8th and till date, more than 130 people have been killed by the Indian armed forces. Most of them have been unarmed civilians. We have seen more than 20,000 people being arrested, youth being detained. The Indian government and the forces fired bullets and pellets, ripping the eyes of innocent Kashmiris. More than 300 Kashmiris have been hit by pellets in their eyes, who have lost either one eye or both eye and their eyesight permanently. This is the worst example of state terrorism. We have seen more than 15,000 people injured in the last 6 months. And as you are aware, that there are special laws which protect the Indian armed forces in Kashmir, called the Black Laws. The Armed Forces Special Powers Act gives immunity to the Indian police and the Indian paramilitary forces and the army, that they can kill at anyone they like. There will be no prosecution by law. Kashmir stands today as a police state, where all our rights, social, political, religious or civil rights, have been curbed by the government of India. As I speak to you, my friends, we see day in and day out, hundreds of Kashmiris and thousands of them are languishing in different jails, in interrogation centers. We believe that as Kashmir continues to bleed, the world community cannot be a silent spectator. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference, of whom I am the chairman, is an amalgam of all parties who believe Kashmir issue has to be resolved in accordance with the wishes of the people, either through the resolutions of the United Nations or through dialogue between three parties, India, Pakistan and the principal party, which is Jammu and Kashmir, the people of Jammu and Kashmir. The Hurriyat Conference calls for a referendum in Kashmir. We call for the fact that this line between two Kashmirs, which is dividing the people of Jammu and Kashmir, should be withdrawn, and there should be a reunification of the entire state of Jammu and Kashmir as it existed on 14th August 1947. We believe that Pakistan and India need to talk. While Pakistan has tried its level best to engage with India, India has never responded positively for a dialogue, because they don't want to settle the issue. They want to continue their occupation through military means, through military might. Friends, this has to end. We believe that unless and until the issue of Kashmir is resolved, there can be no lasting peace in South Asia. There can be no justice in South Asia. There can be no peace, prosperity and economic development in the entire region unless the problem of Kashmir is resolved. We appeal to the Indian people as well, to the Indians all around the world, that it is in their own interest that the Kashmir issue needs to be resolved. Indian defense budget has reached around $40 billion, while the fact remains that more than 50% of children in India under the age of 5 are suffering from malnutrition. They don't have food. They can use these resources, this money, to remove the problems of the people of India. We believe that the time has come when the world community has to come forward. They have to know what's happening in Kashmir. We appeal to the diaspora. We are thankful to all the Pakistanis and Kashmiris who are living outside, that they are at least trying to give a message to the world that what is happening on the ground. And we believe, friends, that through your intervention, the situation in Jammu and Kashmir can change. Otherwise, we fear another cycle of violence, killings in Kashmir. No one wants a war-like situation. We want peace, but peace with dignity, peace with honor. That is what the people of Jammu and Kashmir are telling the world. And we hope that our message would be received and our hues and cries will be heard by the world, especially by the international community, by the United Nations, by the champions of democracy, who believe that pain and suffering needs to end, but that can only end when justice is done in this region, and justice can only be done when the people of Jammu and Kashmir are given their birthright, the right to self-determination. Thank you very much.